What are these? Oh, those are probably new things. Okay. Hey guys. Yeah, so nobody's here so far. So, this is just to all the people that are watching that are, who missed the stream. I just had some announcements to make, and I was kind of bored, so I just decided to make this video. I've kind of been procrastinating with Lego Batman Season 1, Episode 1. I really want to get that started once school starts. I start school in a few days, and it's tragic, and, I want to, start it then, because I've had, like, a schedule implemented, but then again, there's nothing that I can do for the next couple days, which is the last couple days of summer, so I just decided, maybe I'll do it. So, I might be animating a little bit tonight. I already finished the script for Batman Season 1, Episode 1, and it's pretty good, so, yeah. I also need the voice actors as well. Usually I do this thing where I get the voice actors, beforehand, then I have them record their voices, then I animate, that way I can listen to their voice and sync up the movements with the audio. But I noticed that it kind of makes this weird, like, cartoonish effect, and I think it works better when it's only with comedy, so I'm not gonna do it with this one, because, it's not a comedy. So, yeah. I also have, some plans for a Marvel thing. Marvel and DC stop motion production stuff. Yeah. Okay. We were just talking about my Batman series and stuff, or I was, just recording it to the people. Basically, I'm gonna start animating, my Batman series tonight. And also, sorry about, my lines, how they're kind of bad. I can redo them, because I'm no longer on my vacation. I only have a couple days of summer left before I go back to school, so, yeah. If you want me to send those lines again and do them better, I'll probably just have to ask my parents, like, if I can yell. And then they'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, you're insane. So, yeah. But if you want me to do the lines again, of course I can. But if you don't, that's fine. I don't care. But yeah. So, we're gonna be talking about, JP Studio. Oh, you want me to do it again? Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So, guys, I didn't expect people to come. But anyways, I want to talk about, some stuff that I've been doing. So, as people who watch my YouTube channel know, I only really do DC brick films, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna pretend like this is some sort of, like, plan or scheme to, like, get back at Marvel, but, like, no. It's just a big coincidence. I just happen to find DC brick films more entertaining to make, but I am working on some Marvel projects, in the future, and mainly the reason why I haven't been making any Marvel videos recently is just because, I don't have any of the minifigures. I only have, like, a few of the Avengers, and, to voice Batman, he does an excellent job. Energetic Lego films. I was actually thinking of I don't want to be silent. I was actually thinking of having myself voice it, just because, like, he has one of the more emotionally driven lines, and I feel like I'm, like, it's one of those, like, if you want, it's not like I think that, like, everyone's below me, but it's one of those situations where it's like, if you want something right, then, done right, do it yourself, it's one of those things, like, I just want to make sure that people get it on time, because, like, I don't know, I just do these films for fun, and also for practice on my writing, so, there's no other reason, so it doesn't really matter to me who the voice actors are, as long as they're not terrible. But if people ever want to voice act for me, then, I'll do that. Detective Animations, welcome to the cult. So, yeah. We're talking about Lego Batman stuff, and also talking about future brick films. Bring me Thanos. No. Who is he even talking to, though? Like, honestly, the alien species, they don't even speak English. It was kind of racist of him just to assume that people spoke English, Like, honestly, if I was an American tourist, and then I went to, after the stream we need to talk, the thing is, I kind of have this curiosity issue, so can you, like, can you just tell me on our private hangout? Just DM me on the hangout. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, but I'm going to be working on some future Marvel projects. And yeah, like I said, the main reason why I haven't been working on any Marvel videos recently is not because I like DC more, which I do, but that's not the reason. It's because I just don't have any minifigures. I don't have a lot. Well, I do have a lot, but it's not like enough to make like a big like universe to expand upon. You know, I've always wanted to make one of those like big cinematic universes, or like another one of those series, kind of like Ultron. Because now that I'm a lot better at writing than I used to be, I feel like there's a lot more potential for me to write, you know, good quality stories and stuff like that. So yeah, I was thinking of doing an Infinity War storyline, which I'll call. Because someone told me to do that after I finished up the Age of Ultron series, or like somewhere like midway through. I was like, okay, and you know, I started scripting, but I didn't really like what turned out with it. Because the thing is that back then, it's kind of obvious I did not script my videos. Honestly, the only reason why I script my videos now is just because whenever people want to work on a collaboration, I don't want to seem like I'm stupid and incompetent, so I have to force myself to write a script. But eventually, I just taught myself to actually write scripts, so now I just do that on the regular. I'm working on a Flash 4 script, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Honestly, if you guys are thinking, oh, Flash 3 and Flash 2 weren't really that funny, yeah, I know. I just had to rush them because I had to go on vacation and stuff, and you know. But obviously, that's not an excuse. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I shouldn't have chose quantity over quality. And Batman the series is a prequel, by the way. Is a prequel to what? I'll let you answer that question. I'll keep going. But yeah, so I am planning on doing some stuff with Loki, Red Skull. Actually, no, Detective Animations and I have been working on a script for Red Skull. It's a prequel. Oh, so something's gonna come before it then? That's interesting. I was thinking of merging my my Batman series to my DC universe, but I'm like, you know what? No, that's stupid. Like, I don't want to be rude, but I just feel like there's so much open potential that you can make out of a series that's not connected to anything else or restricted to anything else. And I just feel like it was just a creative decision. Also because this, you know, it's the 60s, like how is that gonna work if he's in the 60s? I was also thinking of changing Bruce Wayne to Thomas Wayne and making it Thomas Wayne as Batman, but I thought it would be a little bit too confusing, but I still might go down that route because it's not, there's no reason I can't do that. You're just changing the name. And then people might be asking, oh, well then why can't you just have Bruce Wayne be his son, and then, you know, he becomes Batman in the future? Well, because I don't want Bruce Wayne's Batman to be taking up the mantle, you know? That's just kind of weird, and I didn't like that. Also because I'm using a lot of Batman's main villains, so pretty much like they'd all be like in their 70s by the time that Bruce Wayne shows up. I'm doing the Joker, but he's not going to be used as a villain. He's going to be kind of like Harry Osborn in the Spider-Man series. He's, he will attack Bruce Wayne every once in a while when some sort of emotional problem happens. And he's basically very emotionally driven. But yeah. I was watching some episodes of Gotham. I think I was watching season 1 of Gotham last night, because I just wanted to, like, run through some stuff, and I was just, like, checking out the characters, so that was pretty fun. I think I watched Rogues Gallery, which is season 1, episode 11. I think that's the one where they introduced Jack Gruber, and, like, the electrocutioner guy. I don't know if that was his name, actually, back then. I don't remember. My Batman stuff is its own thing. Yeah. That's what I'm doing, but it's, like, just not connected at all. Like, I just, you know... and it makes it kind of hard because I want to do all of these projects, but I'm only one person. So it's like, I want to do the big DC universe. Scripting doesn't count because scripting is fun for me. So, like, I actually, like, enjoy having more on my plate. We're talking about animating and editing. Editing is the worst part. You know, stuff gets deleted. So I have, Lego DCAU. I have, like, regular brick films, which includes original brick films. I'm actually thinking of dropping all of the regular brick films that I have, except I'm only going to be doing original brick films as my regular stream, because I already have included all of the other mainstream stuff. So Lego DCAU is going to consist of Lego DCAU. I'm going to have my Lego Batman series. Those two things are my, and also the Lego Flash comedy series, but that's just like a side thing. Those three things make up every single thing that I will make of Lego DC stuff that I make for the next while. Then original brick film, so that's 4, and then Marvel stuff, so that's 5. So I'm doing 5 things, and writing, of course, like I said, is fine, but it's the animation and editing part, especially the editing part, that's gonna get really annoying, because I'm like above average in terms of animating. Like I'm not gonna act like naive and like nice and humble. I know that I'm definitely better than average, but I'm not the best, and but I do like to think that I pump it out relatively fast. It's the editing part that I really suck at. Well, at least I don't swallow. Sorry. I was just referencing Detective Animations and canceling all of his projects. Anyways, so I was just talking about like the editing phase. It's really a hard and grueling process, and that's probably the worst part. I don't understand the people who finish editing a video and then they just wait like a few days. The second that I finish editing a video, like I upload it. Like I don't know. I usually spend like, okay, how much time scripting? Maybe like a couple hours at tops. Sometimes I only spend like 10 minutes scripting. And you may thinking, oh, you're rushing it. Well, no, because like it's not that hard when you're writing like a shorter film, Like I can tackle down a page in like 6 minutes tops. So by that logic, I could finish a 10-page script in an hour. See, so it's really not that hard, when you look at it that way. I want to script Batman episode 2 after stream. Yeah, sure, man. I mean, I don't have anything else to do, so why not? But yeah. I have good news. I recently turned 100 pounds today, so that's cool. I know that I'm like probably like way too old to turn 100 pounds, but shut up, okay? Shut up. So yeah. Yeah, but anyways, anywho, yeah. So the thing about Batman episode 2 and Detective Jawred89 podcast, you are Allred, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, but hi Allred. Yeah, we need to talk, dude. I made a comment on your podcast today, or your stream, and I don't know if you read it, but if you did, it probably upsetted you. So I'm just gonna explain it to the audience because I'm the one who posted the comment, and it's my right to say it. I don't know what you denied though. Anyways, basically, Allred has completely rebooted his channel. No, I'm talking to Allred. Allred has completely rebooted his channel. He does video game stuff now and stuff like, and podcasts or whatever. And that's cool and all, but that's not what I signed up for. And I don't really care. It's just, that's, I didn't subscribe for that. So I just decided to unsubscribe. But, I don't care for, I don't care for Legos anymore. I know, but that's still, like, a channel reboot, is what I'm saying. Yeah, but since you don't care for Lego anymore, that's fine. I don't care where you take your channel in, whatever direction you take it in. That's perfectly fine with me. It's just not what I subscribed for. So I just, I just decided to unsubscribe. I hope that that's okay with you though. But yeah. What else? If we want to talk about this more, we can. I got Lego Sinestro recently, so that's pretty nifty, I would say. It is what? Sorry, I have a short attention span, or memory, sorry, I have a short memory. I have a hard time, remembering things that I just said. Sorry, I have a short memory. I have a hard time remembering things that I just said. Sorry for making that joke, it was really stupid. Sorry for making that joke, it was really stupid. It won't happen again. It won't happen again. Why has so much time passed? I only said like 3 things. Anywho, yeah, so I've been working a lot of... Stop, just know you... No, there's like... Okay, so there's like Lego cliques, you know. Me and my friends are gonna start doing podcasts on current events. That's cool, man. That's good for you, man. I just generally don't really watch that stuff. I just watch like... Okay, don't judge me when I say this, but I watch like biblical videos, so... They're pretty cool, you know. Also, I'm like a religious... I'm not like a super religious person, but I'm just a Christian boy. So, you know, I just try to stick to my philosophies. And, I also watch Lego stop motions. Actually, no, when I come to think about it, I don't really watch Lego stop motion videos. Like, honestly, whenever someone puts my voice in a video and they're like, hey, come on, man, watch this video, I'm like, okay. But, like, I would never watch it on my own, because I just forget that I was actually that voice. I definitely remember Marvel and DC productions, because, like, that was, like, a whole system of doing stuff. So I remember that. Yeah. But Detective, we need to talk about your Batman series. Who's excited for Spider-Man PS4? It looked pretty promising, but I don't have a PS4, and I kind of lost my interest in video games a while ago, so I probably won't be doing that anytime soon. But yeah. It looks good, though. But Detective, we need to talk about your Batman series. I don't want to be... Okay, let's just cut the crap. We both know that I want to be rude, because that's kind of who I am, but, you know. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you suck, you know? So yeah. The Batman script is bad, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, because, you know, people are here. The Batman script is bad. You know, there were a lot of plot holes and a lot of things that didn't even add up, and it was really unsatisfying in a way, and it didn't feel like a full episode. It felt like a spectacle, which is never really a good thing, because, you know, Infinity War, it didn't feel like a film, it felt like a spectacle, and it left people unsatisfied. You may think, oh yeah, you should be unsatisfied, that way they'll come back for the next one to be satisfied. But, like, it's not unsatisfaction in a good way. It's more of a bad way. It's more of like The Last Jedi, you know, like, you had so many questions that were unanswered. Now you're left with even more questions. It's pretty... Best movie. I have to disagree with that. I mean, not gonna lie, you scripted like 97% of it. I know, Detective, I don't want to be rude, but this is like a problem that I have with scripting with other people. I'm always the one who does all the work, and it kind of pisses me off, because, like, you know, I get like a third of the credits. It's just kind of sad. Avengers Infinity War is still the best movie of all. I really disagree with that. There are plenty of movies that are better. But it's, you know, when you get to a point where movies are so good, it's really just a matter of subjectivity and how much you enjoy certain genres. I tend to go for the more personal and emotionally driven stories, and not the, oh, fate of the world, big spectacles. But, you know, there are a lot of flaws in Infinity War, and I'll point them out right now. The Stormbreaker side quest where Thor was getting Stormbreaker, it had no consequences and no stakes at all. There was nothing really interesting in it. And it was just kind of boring. Honestly, most of the scenes that were, you know, kind of poorly written were covered in scenes where things happened and everyone was cheering. Like, well, let's talk about the Battle of Wakanda. I hated the battle. Okay, I didn't hate the Battle of Wakanda, but the Battle of Wakanda was poorly written. We need to talk about that. I'm probably just going to re-script it again. Detective, yeah, you do whatever you do. I was gonna say, like, maybe, like, you want to, like, maybe do it faster, but I'm like, no, I don't want you to rush it. But yeah, there are a lot of flaws in the Battle of Wakanda, especially. I just got back from a vacation for a week. Nice, man. I had a vacation for, like, a couple days, so that was cool. But yeah, so the Battle of Wakanda, it had absolutely zero stakes that were, like, emotionally impactful. They could have, like, Black Panther is funny in the MCU, not gonna lie. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Unless you're talking about that scene where all of the black people were making white people noises and they were grunting and stuff. Like, imagine if they... I may have seen this before. Said this before, but, like, what if a bunch of white people were making ape noises to a black person? Like, just imagine exactly how that would go down. That would literally... I would actually, like, pay double to see that movie. Anyways, yeah, but, the Infinity War, the Battle of Wakanda, had absolutely zero, emotionally impactful stakes. Maybe we should have actually seen the villagers of Wakanda. They shouldn't have had it so that the Wakandan villagers actually, like, evacuated. That way there's a big playground for fighting. No. You need to have it so that the villagers are still there in the middle of the frickin' battle. And, yeah. That way there's actual stakes. And also, the big, like, things... the big, like, rolling things, the rolly boys, like, the saw, like, the things with the big saws, and they're, like, spinning around and, like, terrifying everyone, and then, Scarlet Witch just, like, flew one up, and then, like, Proxima Midnight, she, like, flung her up into one, she, like, anyways, those things were absolutely terrifying, and they completely destroyed their menacing appearance by just, like, she just destroys them in, like, 2 seconds, and it's, like, the whole fight doesn't feel, like, actually, like, emotionally investing. It just feels fun, and that is not what you want in a battle, like, at all. Like, I don't know why you would want that in a battle, unless you're making, like, a comedy or something, but even comedies need emotionally, driven scenes, so I don't understand. I really like the female fight. Like, all the female characters were fighting. Like, you could say, oh, well, that's just forced diversity. Like, no, it's not. Like, honestly, no, it's not. You're just being weird if you say that. Like, let's be real here, like, that... It doesn't even mean anything. Like, the forced diversity is, like, casting a super bad actor, or actress, probably more, like, actress, because, diversity, just because of the color of their skin, or whatever, for diversity. That is forced diversity. But this was just a fun scene, and I can't blame them for that. Another problem with the Battle of Wakanda is there was no proper structure to the beats. Stuff just kind of happened. Some characters kind of interacted, and sure, the dynamics were good, but that's a problem. That's another problem entirely with the whole MCU, not even just the movies. Like, okay, a lot of people didn't like Black Panther and Spider-Man Homecoming, and we all know Detective Animations at least didn't like them, or didn't think that they were as good as they were represented as. And the reason why can be summed up in one simple sentence, which is bad designing. And when I say designing, I mean a designing of the character, their philosophies, and everything that they think of. Because you have to remember, Black Panther and Spider-Man were both introduced in Captain America Civil War. That was a team-up movie. And so they were designed to be good in Captain America Civil War, a team-up movie, which means they were designed to be a side character. So how can a side character work good as a main character in their own film? And that's really the main problem with what they had. They should have designed them as a character that can work both ways. And that's why everyone likes Black Panther in Civil War and Infinity War, but hates him in Black Panther, and that's why, vice versa, the same thing with Spider-Man. Because they're designing them as characters that would work in that environment. And it's really disappointing that I'm the only one who's thought of this, me being a freaking teenager versus, like, like a freaking team of Disney monsters. So it's disappointing to see that they did that. And it's kind of annoying because it's like, it's so obvious, it's so right there, because when you look at it, you need to, like, your protagonist should always be a likable character, you know? Maybe there might be a couple exceptions, but it makes the story bland, if you don't have the main character likable, because if the main character's not likable, then you're not gonna have anything to invest in. A lot of times I'll see a character who is a jerk, like people write him as a jerk, and he's just a complete jerk, but he's Spider-Man. That doesn't drive it home for me. I don't like that, because if I'm not interested in him in the first place in a non-sexual way, why would I be invested in his change to be a better person? And you might say, oh, well, he has redeeming qualities. He's Spider-Man. Well, that's not exactly a redeeming quality. We're talking about traits, personality, not something that they do. You know? And, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. And, you know, like, Tony Stark, he's an asshole. But he has a redeeming quality because he's charming, witty, and funny. Not because he's Iron Man, or because he's rich, or because he's a playboy. Because of those characteristics, and that makes him funny. That makes him a good character to invest in. And when we see his change of heart, we actually care. Because now, this character that we've been invested in, because they have redeeming qualities, I don't even think I need to finish that sentence, but, it's another reason why Doctor Strange didn't really hit home in the box office. He was a jerk, and what redeeming qualities did he have? Oh, you could say he's a brain surgeon, but he's smart, but no, that's not like an emotional trait. That's not a part of your personality. And, you know, maybe if Doctor Strange was hilariously funny, maybe, but they didn't do, you know, that would make him too much like Tony Stark, because, you know, they're working on their dynamic together. That's why I say that if you ever see a character introduced, in a movie that's not theirs, that's not their solo film, and they're planned to have a solo film, expect that solo film not to be that good, just because, you know. But yeah, I actually have to go, but I can still script on the Batman thing, so don't worry, Detective, you can still do that. Doctor Strange, in your opinion, was good. I disagree. I didn't like, look, Dormammu, the Voldemort guy, that was all bad, and then the Ancient One, what is that? And then, you know, I just didn't really like any of it. But yeah, so we're gonna be working on the Batman script now. Honestly, if you wanna work, why would we be working on episode 2 if you wanna work on if you wanna rewrite episode 1 entirely? It doesn't make much sense to me, honestly. So it's up to you. It's your call, man. It's your series. So just let me know what we're gonna do, and then I'll sign up the stream, and we can do that. Moist towelette. That's all actual Doctor Strange lore. Then they should have changed it. But yeah, so can you please explain to me what we're gonna do with the Batman thing? Are we gonna work on episode 1? Wait, how about this? Can we work on my Batman episode 2? Because mine is like not like completely in shambles right now. No offense, because like you said that like you're gonna re-script it and everything, and like I feel like that's like stuff that you should be doing. Like you should be the one like laying out the plans. And I feel like you need to lay out the plans before you let us script anything together. So I feel like maybe we should work on my Batman episode 2. Just saying. You're a slow typer, no offense. been like 2 minutes, man. Yeah, no. I gotta go soon. Like, right now. So, do you want to work on my Batman episode 2, or do you want to work on something else? I don't know. Maybe you even want to work on, like, Superman or frickin' Red Skull Age of Hydra, which we haven't worked on in, like, months. But yeah, man, it's up to you. So choose the light or the dark. That sounds like something from the 60s. Heck, it is from something from the 60s. Okay, you know what? You're a really slow typer. I can't take this anymore, so that's it. I'm ending the stream. We can talk on our private hangout, okay? If you're typing anything right now, just copy and paste it and put it in the hangout, okay? So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. I appreciate having you guys over. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, peace out, Cub Scout.